everybody. Hello, happy Sunday. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty and Paper Crafts and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I go live every Sunday with absolutely fun and fabulous projects featuring Stampin' Up! Products. So thank you so much for watching with me and playing and crafting. It's my favorite day of the week. I love doing this. Here is what we're working with today. This is that Witty-Cisms. It's called Witty-cisms stamp set. I was so blessed. I got to see this demonstrated live in Las Vegas at the Stampin' Up! Conference, and it was adorable. I mean, the puns. I love puns. I love cutesy stamp sets. I love when things that don't have faces have faces. This stamp set is so fun. There's so many cool things to do with it. And so I'm going to show you 3 projects today that I designed using this stamp set, and there's just so many more. Like, I just want to keep going and going, so maybe I will extend onto this with the Pretty AF group. Okay, so let me give you a little bit more in detail of what we're making. This is the first one. This is a cactus one, and I drew in some kind of desert and texture that I felt kind of tied into the cactus. That one is that new stone 3D embossing folder that's free during celebration with the $100 purchase, the bundle that comes with the Oriental Hope stamp set. So this stone I thought looked really good, like a dry desert, right? And then I used the crackled paint stamp set because that kind of gave me a cactus feel. Or like a dry, desert look. And so I'm going to show you how I did this. And then I love that we have matching ribbon in both of these colors, the Granny Apple Green and the Sahara Sand. I just love that punny looking sharp. How cute is that? I could give this to my husband even as a Valentine's gift, as a Valentine's card. I'm thinking I have a trend going. Nope, I don't have a trend. Okay, so here's my base. My base is Thick Whisper White. I've got a piece of the Sahara Sand. This is just a 5 1/4 by 4. And then these, you guys, oh my gosh, look, stitched, scalloped rectangles. And then these really fun banners that we're going to use. How awesome is that? I love stitched and I love scalloped, and this is the best of both worlds. So I cut the largest scalloped stitched rectangle, and he's going to be our kind of little background piece. And then I have a piece of Whisper White, which measures 2 5/8 by 3 3/4. Okay. We're going to stamp the little cracked paint with that. And so we'll do that first, and then we'll stamp our little cactus here. And we'll do some die cutting. So, oh, I didn't tell you what stamps this die set is. The Stitch So Sweetly dies, and it's also in the mini catalog. Such a cool stamp or die set, and it coordinates with the stamp set too. In there, you can get it for a bundle at 50 or 10% off. Wouldn't that be nice? 50% off. Tiffany's telling you guys lies. All right, here's that crackled paint stamp set. It's so cool. And as you guys know, I like to do background stamps on the Stamparatus. So this is our little Stamparatus. I love doing that because it just makes it a little bit easier to stamp these big images. And the other reason I love it is that because I can use my grid lines here and I can line up my paper. So like I'm going to line it up on this kind of square here so that I know where it needs to go. If it moves, if I need to stamp it again, I can just line it back up and stamp it again. Now I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green. I don't know that song ABBA song, Crackin' Up. Now I'm going to have to go listen because I love ABBA. Alright, so I'm just inking this up, and I know I don't have to ink the whole thing up, but I am just because I don't know exactly where things go. I'm going to move this magnet out of the way because we're not using it at the moment. And I'm just going to put this over and stamp my image. And I'm just giving it pressure, and I'm it through. Look at that cool crackled image. So fun. Come on. How cool is that? Doesn't it remind you of a cactus already? I don't know why. I just thought it was a cool image. I think that this card, I'm really proud of this card because it has a lot of texture, a lot of layers, and I think it all just ties really well together. Proud of myself. Sometimes there's these cards I make that I'm like, yeah, I'm proud. All right, so I'm just cleaning off the ink on this, and I'll do a better job later, but so easy with the wipe or the chamois. You can do the chamois too. Okay. Now we can stamp our cactus, color our cactus, and then we will cut him out. So what I did for the cactus is I also used an aqua painter to color him. I use purple tape on the back of my cardstock when I stamp full sheet backgrounds. Oh, because then it doesn't move, it sticks down. So smart. Very clever. Oh, it reminds you of winter skin. Oh yeah, that too. That's kind of gross. I prefer to think of it as cactus skin. Thank you very much. All right, so there's my cactus. I'm going to just clean off that stays on real quick. See, look how easy it comes off when I do it right away. Okay. Now I'm going to take my aqua painter. I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to do this super quick, easy coloring. And I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to look like watercolor. I want white showing. I don't want it to be, like I said, it's watercolor. Okay, and then I just did this fun kind of across the words. So I'll bring it up close so you guys can see. It's literally like 4 brush strokes, nothing fancy or detailed or intricate. Now you could go in and you could shade the lines, and you could do all kinds of fun, intricate coloring with this, but that wasn't the look I was going for. All right, before I cut that out, I'm going to do this fun thing. Well, no, I'll do that at the end. Change my mind. All right, so let's do a couple things. Let's emboss our Sahara sand with this 3D stone embossing folder, which I love. Love, love, love this texture. And then we're going to cut out the cactus. We can put this guy aside. We're going to cut out the cactus with this really cool label, and I feel like it's a very Tex-Mex or Western kind of shape. I don't know, like a belt buckle or something. Doesn't it kind of give you that feel too with the stitching? It's going to look like this after we're done. This kind of stitched banner. I don't know. I kind of got that vibe. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's bring our big shot in. Cut that out real quick. Maybe it's because it looks like a belt buckle shape or something. I've got the look. Okay, so there we go. Then we got that stitched cool label. Look how cool that is. And then let's emboss. So for the embossing, we need regular plate and that adapter piece, that blue adapter for these new embossing folders. So it's just the embossing folder and the paper and then the blue plate. And it just does a perfect job of embossing that stone. Okay, set that aside. Now I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to get all crazy. I think I'm going to put a paper towel down to try and catch the mess. But I'm going to flick a bunch of black ink and get that kind of speckled look. I know, I'm going crazy, you guys. Okay, so what I did was I took an old black ink pad, put some ink in this inside, took my aqua painter, made sure I had, you know, a good decent amount of water on it, picked up the ink and just started flicking ink spots everywhere. Okay, and I don't want to go crazy, like that's plenty. I don't need to go crazy. So just closing this old ink pad. And I did notice that it's a little bit tough cleaning off the black on the brush. It's probably not meant to mix with water. Doesn't wash out very well, but it eventually gets clean. And then I just kind of shoved a baby wipe in there and tried to put the black out. And it did get clean eventually. Okay, just picks it up, cleans it up. So, and the black it may stain it, but it doesn't stay black. Okay, so now we've got these cool pieces. I just want to make sure they dry. I don't want to smudge black everywhere. That would not be fun. Well, while this is drying, actually, let's go ahead. I'll show you how I did this ribbon. I love this bow. This was a fun bow. Look at this. Is this Erica style? Does she flick everything with speckles? So, the lady that demonstrated this in Vegas, she did this a lot with her project. She has a lot of splatters, and I can't remember her name. I don't know if it was, yeah, I don't know who it was. But anyways, I just thought that was a really cool look for the cactus. So how I did this bow here is I took my Granny Apple Green ribbon and I looped it like this. I just looped it over and I cut. Okay. So I've just basically got 2 loops right here. And then with the Sahara sand, of course, I pulled out the thread. Did you know you can do that and make little tassels? This is that woven threads trim is what it's called. Oh gosh, I can't talk. Woven threads trim. Okay, so I took the little string off the bottom so the tassels fly free. And I took my ribbon that I have here like this, and I wrapped this around and I tied a knot around the ribbon. So tie a knot in the middle, pull tight, and just pull really tight. And then you have this kind of cool, and you can pull the sides just like a normal bow, but you have this cool bow. And it's got tassels and it's fuzzy. I just think it's really cool. You can shape it. Okay, so there's my bow. And hopefully the ink is dry now so we can assemble our project. So let me get my other pieces back in here. We're going to glue this piece down. This one goes straight on. Okay, and then this one's going to go on, and of course I'm going to do it at an angle. I like crooked. Okay, and then our crackle piece. Snap, crackle, pop. Like so. And then, oh, we got our cute little guy here. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back. We're going to pop him up. Snap, crackle, and pop. This card has it all. Let's see, a couple more. Should do the trick. Got some. Okay, I'm going to put him in the center. And then just use a mini glue dot. It's a very easy way to tie a bow. I've seen a lot of cute versions of this bow. Okay, and then you put that down in the middle. Oh, so cute! Yay! And I think I might trim this down just a little bit. Trim it down. Tone it down, bow. Tone it down. How cute is that? I love this cactus card. He is so fun. There's so many fun things to do with this stamp set, you guys. The ideas are just endless. You guys, this stamp set is so cute. Look at these fun, festive cards. I'm going to zoom out again so you guys can see. Look at those fun, festive cards. Don't you just love them? They can be yours, you guys, with an order of $35. I will send you these cuties. Okay, bye, guys. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous week.